Hey everyone, and welcome. If you're managing any kind of digital ad budget, you know that every single dollar has to count. So today, we're going to talk about a real game changer for making that budget work smarter, not just harder. We're talking about AI bidding.
You know, it's the question that probably keeps you up at night. You've got a solid budget, you've built a great campaign, but then, at the end of the month, you're kind of scratching your head wondering, where did all that money go? It feels like it just vanished. Well, it's not magic. Turns out, there's a huge conflict baked right into the system that's designed to take it.
Okay, let's get right into it. At the very heart of how all this programmatic advertising works, there is a massive fundamental conflict of interest. The problem is, what you, the brand, want to achieve is almost always at odds with what the publisher wants.
And the difference is, well, it's pretty stark. Look, on one side, you've got your brand, right? And you're juggling all this stuff. You got to deliver the budget, you have to pace it right, you're worrying about reach and frequency, targeting the perfect audience, hitting performance goals, making sure attribution is working, and, oh yeah, on top of all that, trying to get a fair price. Now, look at the publisher's priority list. It's one thing, just one: maximize revenue. See the problem? That misalignment, that is exactly where your budget starts to bleed out.
And look, this isn't some abstract, theoretical concept. We're talking about real money here. This conflict has a very real cost, because every single bad bid is cash coming straight out of your pocket.
I mean, really think about it. For every single ad impression that's bought and sold, this basic conflict is pulling the strings on the price tag. It is not a level playing field, and without a smart system fighting in your corner, you're at a disadvantage from the second you start.
It really boils down to this. Publishers and their partners, the SSPs, have absolutely zero incentive to give you the best price. Their goal is to get the highest bid. And you know the number one way advertisers lose money in this game? It's simple: overbidding. Just paying way more for an ad impression than it's actually worth to you.
So how do you fight back in a system that's practically designed for you to overspend? Well, you fight technology with even smarter technology. And that, right there, is where AI bidding comes in.
Now, the key thing to get here is that AI bidding isn't just auto bidding. No. This is intelligent bidding. It crunches a ridiculous amount of data to figure out what every single impression is really worth and make sure you pay exactly that price, not a single penny more.
So what this does, and this is the really cool part, is it completely flips the script. The advantage shifts away from the sellers and back to you, the advertiser. So let's break down what that actually looks like for your campaigns.
Okay, so remember that crazy long to-do list for your brand that we looked at? Well, AI bidding just goes right down that list. Check, check, check. It helps you crush your performance goals. It makes sure you're paying a fair price because it stops you from overbidding. It plugs the leaks and stops that wasted ad spend. And on top of all that, it helps you dial in your audience, your reach, and your frequency. Basically, it makes the whole process work for your goals, not just theirs.
So, what's the magic behind the curtain? It's a pretty simple but incredibly powerful three-step loop. First, it's analyzing a ton of data signals in real time. We're talking user behavior, time of day, device, you name it. Second, based on all that data, it predicts how valuable that specific impression could be for you. And third, bam, it places a super precise, intelligent bid. And this whole thing, it happens millions of times a day, way faster than you can even blink.
All right, let's get down to brass tacks. Let's talk about the bottom line. Because whether you decide to use this tech or not, well, that decision has a very real, very direct impact on your budget.
Look, in today's ad landscape, if you're not using AI bidding, you are essentially choosing to be less efficient. You're choosing to overbid. You are choosing to leave your own money sitting right there on the table for someone else to just come along and grab.
So I want to leave you with this one question to really think about. Take a hard look at your tech stack, at your media buying strategy. Is it truly built to win in today's complex market? Or is it leaving you wide open to that fundamental conflict that we've been talking about?
And that's our deep dive for today. Hey, if you found this useful and you want to keep up with how AI is shaking up the ad tech world, make sure you subscribe. We'll see you next time.